Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Adam's Eden. Today we're going to be going over something that's real simple and easy that you can do at home. Once again, please click subscribe, share with your friends, and click like below. Alright guys, we're going to go over a quick how to grow some leafy greens. This can be done with lettuce, collards, kale, any type of leafy green. Be real easy to do. These tend to be cold hardy, so you probably can do some outside right now. We got collards and things like that growing outside, and some kale. Alright guys, this is a wide mouth mason jar. What you're going to want to do is get one of these bad boys, and you're going to want to cover it with some aluminum foil. You can do paper, you could do spray paint. The idea is to keep the light from penetrating the glass and creating algae inside of this. So it's just keeping a clean growing environment. And then what you do is you get your lettuce. You can start off in rock wool cubes. Okay, these are real inert insulation spun rock material that you can germinate seeds in, completely sterile, inert. You got to soak these in a pH'd nutrient bath that'll help your plant grow and it'll provide nutrients. You can also use cocoa coir. This is another inert material, or perlite. Okay, any three of those are going to be inert, which means it's got to get its nutrients from somewhere. And what I use right now, I use a lot of different stuff, but what I'm using right now is Dynagrow. It's a 1-part nutrient, really good for growing your leafy greens. 1 teaspoon per gallon. Okay, and then I check my pH with the pH pen, or you can order one of these little pH kits. What you do is scoop your water up in this after you're done with the nutrients, squirt 3 drops of this, and then you can see if you need to lower your pH according to the chart. You can drop your pH by using a lemon if you don't have pH down, and you don't have to spend any money. These net pots too, you can order a bunch online. The 3-inch net pot right here, or net cup, is going to fit perfectly inside of that wide mouth mason jar. Then what I chose to do was fill it with the material like this. It's Growstone. Growstone is kind of like perlite, but it's a little bit bigger. It's made from recycled glass, and they kind of pop it in heat like corn, and it's a really great inert growing medium. So that's what I chose to use today. So that 3-inch net pot actually just slides perfect right inside that mason jar, just like that. Okay, so make sure that the root comes into contact with it, and then we're just going to leave it. We're going to put the cap on, and we're going to let it grow under our grow light windowsill, south-facing window. You definitely want at least 6 or more direct sunlight hours a day. Anything less than that, it may not be growing, according to the way it should. All right, guys, so that's a quick and easy way that you can grow lettuce, leafy greens, hydroponically. Now let's check some out that we can do traditional style, such as growing in a seedling mix right here. What I have here is a homemade potting mix. It's for my seedlings. You could do it adult plants as well. It's basically half perlite, I'm sorry, 1/3 perlite, 1/3 peat moss, and 1/3 worm compost. Okay, you can use traditional compost if you don't have worm compost, but I just really enjoy my worm castings in my seedling mix. All right, what we're going to do is just take a little bit of that in one square pot, like so, and then we take our lettuce of choice. We'll be using Grand Rapids. It's an heirloom lettuce. And when you're sowing your seeds, I tend to be a little bit more liberal. I could always thin them out after. What I'll do is I just kind of lick my finger a little bit, and it's going to help the seeds just adhere right there, 1 drop into the middle. Cover it lightly. The seed should only be covered about the same depthness as it is thick. That's a good rule of thumb. Like carrot seeds, lettuce seeds, small seeds don't need to be covered as much. Once we get it in there, you're going to need a light, so a south-facing window, fluorescent grow lights, or something real simple like that. Water it, and you're ready to go. Keep an eye on it when it germinates, and water accordingly. This is a leafy green kale. What I did was I took some of my potting mix. This one I made with coconut, did the worm castings and the perlite, so I substituted the peat moss for the coconut coir, which could be done. It's a great way to it's more renewable resource. Peat takes thousands of years to be created, where coconuts are disposed of every year. About 100 to 120 coconuts per tree going to waste. So now I tend to stick with my coconut coir. But once they pop up like this, you could grow them like a microgreen style, have them like this and put it on a sandwich or in a salad. Or what you could do is break them up take it out piece by piece accordingly without damaging too many of the roots. You don't have to go too crazy. And then potting it on into like a solo cup. You can use one of these pots as well, but a solo cup's really easy and affordable. What I did was I punched some holes in the bottom with my soldering iron. It makes a nice clean hole, and it keeps the cut from splitting if you cut it with a knife, and it tends to split and the cup will be ruined. I reuse these year after year. So, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in to Adam's Eden. Please stay tuned in more frequently. You'll see, please, when you click subscribe, because I'm going to be uploading videos more often. Definitely once on every Wednesday. That's my day off, so I'll probably be loading them up once on every Wednesday. And if I can throw one in on the weekend, I'll see if I can do that as well. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please comment below, and thank you.